This is basically where your governments are frightened, terrified that they are going to lose control over timeline portals, openings, stargates, mini black holes. They are attempting to control the tunnel systems there. There are many things under the earth that many people are very aware of. Objects, machines, complexes, and intelligence, large intelligence. And we would say that the wars that you have been generating in the Middle East, especially as you move towards the Hindu Kush, these are wars that are being waged against beings underground. And war is, let's say, sometimes an excuse to get into a location, to get things in motion, and the war happens meaninglessly on the surface, but underneath what's really going on. So be aware of these things. We have time for one or two more questions. That's it. Who has a question? Good one now. Over here, please. Who is it?
Athena.
Athena, yes. Loud and clear.
Yes. I understand this to be true, but of course I don't.
Much louder, please.
I don't know if this is true, but I've been thinking about, in learning more about a pyramid that... There are 3 pyramids, one in Egypt, one in South America, and one on the moon, that have the same axis, the same angle, that means something. Do you know anything about this?
We will just give you a quick answer here. There are pyramidal structures and other geometric shapes all over the cosmos. You know, you have something called the Platonic solids, yes? Mm-hmm. And they are basic forms that run energy. Some of you will go, I've heard of them. Well, go look them up and find out what they are. And that might be a good exercise for you this summer, is to draw geometric shapes and ground the energy into these geometries. They are building blocks of existence, along with, of course, the spiral, which is completely different. The spiral is curving. The Platonic solids are all geometric shapes, the geometric patterns and relationships. Pyramids have long been used as a grounding force, as for timeline openings, as repositories, as marking points visible from the heavens that can say, hey, we're here, or this species built this, or to simply recognize or to fly over and receive energy. Wide number of purposes. The Egyptians did not build these things. Their ancient ancestors did. And of course, if something is quite large, then guess that something quite large built it. To follow this? Whether it is a large ship in the skies, people talk about these football-sized field ships in the heavens. If it's a big something in the heavens, something big is in it. If it's big something on earth, something big built it. Now, all of this must come to light. And there are many more pyramids on earth than have been publicly acknowledged. China is full of pyramids. South America. Mexico is covered with them, but as you well know, things grow over. And you have tremendous satellite blackout about your planet, whether it is anomalies, whether it is the polar regions. Many things are chopped out. And then people are given something like, what is it called when you can Google your address and look at people's houses? There's diversions. They are nothing. They are tracking systems. So there's a lot to it, and it's going to open up. And these are ways of realities connecting to one another. Who else has a question? Please, one more.
The P's?
Yes.
Pia?
Pia, welcome.
Welcome to. I'd like to know, is there something that's being hidden in Antarctica that's under the ice, or that our governments have put there, or that dark forces have put there, that's not publicly known?
What's your feeling about it, Pia?
My feeling comes from a picture I saw of the crystal skull, the Mitchell Hedges crystal skull, And in it, and I don't know if everyone sees the same thing, I don't know, but it showed like an ice form, and then you could almost see like Sirius. But my point is there something
Under the ice.
under that ice form, sort of like a hexagon form, that you could actually see in the...
There are structures, yes. There are structures under the ice. There are actually structures inside the Earth, as we said. There are structures on your satellite, what you call the moon. There are structures on the various planets in your solar system. You have been sold a bill of goods about what space is, what's out there, and who can go out there. All of that's been a big, big secret. After you blew up the world with the atomic bomb there and opened that portal, all kinds of things came down from there. That, coupled with Tesla technology, many, many, many things were discovered and kept from the public. Remember, it was the Nazis who made a mad dash, and then every other country puts their flag down there on Antarctica. This is a major, major planetary secret. It is Earth security, as they call it. And the reason they want to hide these things is for greed, for insanity, for whatever. But there are also openings in various places around the planet that lead to the inner Earth. There's been long, long, long conjecture, stories, and revelations that the polar regions have potential areas to enter the planet. But there are also many places all around the surface where people have, through cave openings and through various sundry methods, can go inside and discover what's there. Because of the great ice caps on Antarctica, many things are kept covered away. But if you pay attention to it, you'll find once in a while something will leak out into the news. So, dear friends, use your imaginations as you've never used them before. Give yourself a victory cheer for being human. Have some joy and realize that these are not times to dread. These are times that you have co-created to gift yourself, to recognize that you are citizens of the cosmos, but that really you are dwellers of Earth, and this is who you are, and you must enhance this part of existence. In the larger terms, we will say to you, this can be the best summer of your life. We ask you, will you make it that? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are here, and once again, it is our great pleasure to be in your reality. We congratulate you this morning. We are going to continue from last evening, the discussion we began, and you integrating, you are buzzing, you are taking things on. But as our vehicle said, some of you are a little bit paralytic. You're sort of stunned. You're thinking. You're analyzing, and you're bringing up too many fears. You know who you are, and so you must release the pattern of fear, because there's much that you can do about these changing times. Now, we gave you a suggested title last evening. We said to you that these times are going to bring about the rise of the inner net. Yes?
Yes.
Is that good news, or does that seem not important to you?
It's good news. Great news.
It's fantastic news. It's the best news there is. Because you are thinking, oh, what can I do with that internet? Well, it will change your lives. Because we want to emphasize to you that the way you function, the way you operate in this quantum existence, in this dance of energy, is that from the inside you respond to stimuli. You form feelings, beliefs, opinions, analysis. It all happens inside. And then you come to conclusions. And this energy is projected outward as a frequency. We've all said you have your own signature frequency, range in which you operate. You have certain paths that you follow in the garden of the mind. Just as you have certain roads that you take to a certain destination. Someone sometimes comes to your home and picks you up and says, hey, come with me today. You get in the automobile with them and they drive you to a destination that you've been to many times, except they take a different route. You do this by brainwave frequency. There is no either or in the garden of the mind. You operate in the pea, the carrot, the onion, potato simultaneously. Sometimes you operate exclusively in one area, or you cut off certain areas. It is from the inner you create this vibration. Last night we suggested to you that the sun carries vibrations to you. It transmits energy, it transmits information. You yourselves are transmitters, like little suns who transmit information about your perspectives of what you think the world is. I'll tell you right now, whatever you think the world is, it's not. No matter how much you expand your consciousness, there's always more to know and always a bigger picture to factor in. So just be at peace with that. We have emphasized to you that it is this inner frequency, the subjective perspective, is then projected out into the world, and this is what creates world events as mass events. This is what creates your personal life, your personal experience, your personal encounter. Some of you, over the course of your lives, have always looked at, to say, look at that person, they always seem to have this happen to them. Or, look at me, I always seem to create this over and over again. It's not luck or fate, although there are energies that challenge you and energies that support you from the cosmos. This is designed for you as a way to learn, and you always must learn. Your learning never ends. Your lives end, but then you'll find yourself in another. So learning never stops. There's only one road to take in the cosmos, and that is to expand the understanding of consciousness, not to diminish it or not to ignore it. So events in the outside world are a result of individual and collective perceptions from inside. The subjective is what creates the objective world. And then when something happens in the outside world,